A inhabits a different body each day and lives normally. When Justin's spirit wakes up in his body, he falls in love and learns the cost of living an extraordinary existence. Rhiannon, 16, prepares for school while texting Justin. Rhiannon chats with Rebecca in the cafeteria before approaching Justin. She apologizes for sending her lover too many texts. Justin's girlfriend is surprised when he blames himself for not reacting. She's confused as he tucks her hair behind her ear. Rhiannon asks her boyfriend to skip class. They sprint into the road holding hands. Rhiannon pretends to appreciate sports radio because her boyfriend is an athlete, but Justin tells her to switch to music. They sing while driving to a theme park. The couple also walks on a neighboring beach. Rhiannon's fortune cookie reads, "You have a great smile." Justin disagrees with her. Her boyfriend discovers she ignored a communication from her father and asks her about it. Her father had a breakdown years ago after losing his job. Her mother worked 2 jobs to pay the expenses while her unemployed husband stayed home. Justin comforts Rhiannon and unexpectedly kisses her. He gets the same fortune as her in his cookie. Justin looks sad when they reach her house. Rhiannon kisses him farewell as he says tomorrow will be different. She informs him that not smoking makes his tongue taste better. Amy wakes up the next day and sets alarms for 11 and 11:50. Rhiannon forgets what she told her lover last night when she sees him smoking at school. Amy requests to follow Rhiannon since she's new, and she agrees. Rhiannon introduces Amy to Rebecca and Alexander in class when Justin enters. Her partner is frustrated by practice and job. Justin can't remember yesterday and thinks he's hungover. Amy argues that Justin is unappreciative of his girlfriend. Justin leaves but reminds his girlfriend of Steve's party the next day. Amy tells Rhiannon she deserves better. Rhiannon is surprised when Amy tucks her hair behind her ear and disappears. The next day, Nathan wakes up, checks his location on a map, and sets 2 alarms. Justin ditches his girlfriend for his friends during the party. Rhiannon alters the music to get her boyfriend's attention. Justin doesn't recognize the music and continues to play. Nathan captures Rhiannon's eye as he dances. She sings along, amused. Nathan introduces himself as Steve's gay cousin to Rhiannon's boyfriend. Justin's jealousy fades when he rejoins his pals. Nathan asks Rhiannon in a treehouse what she appreciates about her partner. He tells her she can enjoy other people, but his alarm goes off. Rhiannon gives Nathan her number as he leaves. Justin chases Nathan after learning he's not Steve's cousin. As Nathan drives away, he throws a pebble at his window. Next day, Justin tells his girlfriend about Nathan, who passed out on the road and claimed to be possessed. Rhiannon tells Justin to leave the troubled boy alone. Rhiannon shows Rebecca a text from Nathan at lunch. She considers going but goes. The next day, she meets Nathan for coffee. A woman sitting across from Rhiannon confuses her. Megan introduces herself and says she's also been Nathan, Amy, and Justin. Megan says that she wakes up in a different body every day, the same age as Rhiannon, but never the same. Megan persists despite Rhiannon's doubts. Megan can't explain why or how it happens, and Rhiannon is the first to know. Megan tells Rhiannon and Justin's fortune during their date. Megan reminds Rhiannon of her problems with her father and how Justin has changed, but Rhiannon storms off. Justin invites an irate Rhiannon over the next day. Her lover is bewildered when she questions him about her father. Rhiannon receives a text confirming what she's heard, and they plan to meet again. Teenager asks her to a diner. The individual he introduces as A is named James. Rhiannon isn't convinced and quizzes A about their days together, but he answers properly. She asks him about his parents, but he can't answer. His memories and the body's recollections stay in his consciousness. Rhiannon finds this sad, but it receives a new viewpoint every day. A shows her his Instagram, where he posts photos of every body he's touched. Rhiannon needs time to think about everything he says. Rhiannon visits A's account later that day and sees their aquarium photo. When her father enters, she exits quickly. Rhiannon pretends to be a school journalist during church so Nathan will tell her everything. His story about Satan possessing him matches what transpired at the gathering. Nathan recognized her from A's Instagram before he was blocked. A priest leads her outside after she denies being possessed. Rhiannon spots someone eyeing her at school and follows him. Vic is now A. She asks about Nathan, who thinks the liberated soul is Satan. A says he passed out at 11:59, ending his day in Nathan's body. Rhiannon regrets telling a stranger who was Justin about her life. Rhiannon doesn't believe that her lover doesn't care about her. Admits his feelings and asks for a chance. Rhiannon approaches Justin about their relationship in his room. Justin fumbles for words and tells her he was jealous when she was with Nathan. She considers what is said. Rhiannon steals her sister's car to meet her the next day. She finds the only person her age and sits with him. George, the boy's name, is homeschooled and must memorize 50 facts in 1 hour at the library. Rhiannon is interested in A's childhood, so he tells her how estranged he feels talking about tomorrow. She comforts him by holding his hand and helping him memorize 50 facts. George's mother chases Rhiannon outside when she kisses him goodbye. Wakes up in Rhiannon's body the next morning, nervous and excited. Her mother invites her on a DC work trip, which she accepts. Rhiannon's sister Jolene observes her smiling on the way to school. Glances in Rhiannon's locker when Justin kisses her. Justin asks over after she washes her lips. Tells him he doesn't know what Rhiannon likes. Walks away from Justin after her outburst. She apologizes to Rhiannon through the rearview mirror as she drives home. She encounters her face-painting father. Surprisingly, he asks her to be his muse. Before time's up, writes Rhiannon a love note. Rhiannon reads the letter the next morning and looks at her father's painting. Rhiannon finally breaks up with Justin at his work, who frowns and goes away. Checks on her. They decide to meet because she's feeling better. They spend the weekend at Rhiannon's uncle's cabin. Rhiannon advises to leave many memories and traces for his victims. Worries about her dating him, but she loves it. They kiss goodbye shortly afterwards. Rhiannon waits for the next day, but he doesn't return. Her mother is angry that she ditched their trip to DC for a solo vacation. Rhiannon messages but he never responds. Wakes up in Hawaii the next day. Alarmed, he flees and phones Rhiannon. Rhiannon smashes her sister's side mirror on a post to help escape his mother. Rhiannon expresses her annoyance at being left alone yesterday as the two drive back to her residence. Says he couldn't contact her since he was in a lung transplant. Then they reconcile and kiss. Rhiannon reassures about their difficult connection. Rhiannon apologizes to Jolene the next day and tells her everything. Jolene doesn't trust her and urges her not to blame her automobile. Rebecca worries about Rhiannon at school after learning she was abandoned in the woods. Rhiannon's irritation at her friend's interference destroys their friendship. Awakens in a melancholy girl's body. She tells Rhiannon that Kelsey intended to kill herself. She doodles her horrible thoughts in a notebook. The girl's father doesn't know her condition. She'll return home tomorrow. Rhiannon visits Kelsey's house and convinces to tell someone. Agrees with Kelsey and won't decide for her. Rhiannon tells to spend the next day and night in Kelsey's body. Stays in Kelsey's body. She shows her father the journal and asks for help. Rhiannon's father visits her room to discuss about what she said to Jolene. Rhiannon asks about his relationship with her mother, whom he loves despite her changes. Steve insults Rhiannon for being seen with numerous people, but Justin advises him to quiet up. Is now in Hannah's body, so she ignores them. Informs Kelsey's roommate that she's seeking help when they're alone. The two celebrate saving Kelsey and staying in one body. Rhiannon asks Hannah out, but she has attended her boyfriend's anniversary. Rhiannon later tells her mother to patch up her parents' relationship, even if it's altered. Wakes up in Alexander's body the next morning. Alexander's inspiring words encourage him. Raves about Alexander at school. Rhiannon doesn't know her pal well. Alexander takes her to a football field to play bubbles and water pistols after school. Rhiannon wants to stay in Alexander's body until dusk, but he's unsure. Rhiannon wakes up early for school tomorrow. Alexander's free spirit survives. Invites her out, but she needs to study, so he tries to reincarnate. Thankfully, stays Alexander. Rhiannon's parents improve their connection and have a family lunch. Stays for a fourth day, ignoring Alexander's mother's calls. They confess their love that night, and he welcomes him inside. Alexander's supper guests are waiting. Forgets Alexander's birthday, upsetting his mother. Asks Rhiannon to stay at his place the next day. Rebecca tells her she supports her friend's relationship with Alexander. Tells her that night he should leave Alexander's body. Tells Rhiannon he shouldn't go back to how things were. He wants Rhiannon to have a complete life with the real Alexander. She interrupts as he praises Alexander. Fears about her future, but she wants to save their relationship. Rhiannon realizes it's the end. They try to enjoy their last night together, and she encourages him to leave memories behind. The next morning, wakes up in Katie's body, who promptly drives away. Rhiannon doesn't get an A at school. She views the real Alexander as everything depicts him as. Uploads a photo to Instagram, promising to leave traces and make a difference.